My brother has convinced my mom that I, an openly gay man, am trying to steal his wife. What do I do? Looking for any kind of advice on what I can do, or if I should just completely cut my losses with my shit show of a family. My brother, 32 Mary, has successfully convinced my family that I, 24 Mem, am in love with my Sael, 24F, and am trying to manipulate her against him so I can steal her away. My brother and Sael have been married for 4 years. This apparently all came about because a couple months ago, her and my sister, 34F, had a big blow-up about my Sael's pregnancy, and I defended my Sael against my sister's big tirade. Following. That night I received a lot of scrutiny from family, particularly my brother for interfering in woman's business, and I said some not-so-nice things to him. My Sael also reached out to me and apologized to me for causing the situation, and I let her know she had nothing to apologize for and that I'm here to help both her and my nephew. We ended up having a pretty in-depth conversation about how my sister has treated her in the past. Apparently, my sister moved in with her and my brother for a brief period to help with my Sael's first pregnancy and was really overbearing and constantly ridiculing her choices for the sake of the baby. My Sael unfortunately suffered from what sounded like an ectopic pregnancy and had to have an emergency surgery to have the fetus removed. My sister and my brother apparently think that's the same thing as aborting a baby, and she was blamed for the loss of the child, and from how she spoke, she also saw this as a failure on her part. It pissed me off, and I did my best to explain to her the medical reasonings of why what happened was necessary and not her fault, and that my brother and sister are just kind of stupid. She shouldn't feel bad for doing something necessary to save her life, especially because the fetus wasn't even viable. That was the last time she spoke, and I just let her know I'd be there if she needed anything. I guess either she told my brother, or he found out from her messages about the conversation and took it as me flirting with his wife? I'll give him the fact that I did call him stupid in the messages, but Simon, thinking an emergency procedure for a life-threatening situation was your wife willfully terminating her pregnancy and making her feel bad about it is fucking stupid. Sorry, he told the rest of my family about how I'm envious and trying to take his wife, which they all believed, and are now mad at me. This wouldn't be a big deal to me if my mom, 53F, wasn't also included in that. My mom is the only one in my family I have good relationship with, but apparently she believes my brother and has called me to scold me about betraying my brother and being shameless, along with my other family members. This is all frustrating, but here's the absolute best part about this. The reason I'm estranged from my family is because I'm gay. It is like the thing that fucked our family up. I've very openly been seeing another man for the past 3 years. My brother has also been open about not wanting me around his family because of my unnatural lifestyle. All that just to easily believe I'm in love with a woman? I guess. The reason I come here is so that I can understand how this would be believable. I understand my dad and my sister believing this easily. They hate me and probably just want a reason to feel justified in rallying against me. But I can't really comprehend my mother believing it, but maybe I gave her too much credit. At the end of the day, I am very much the outlier of my family on all fronts. I also wonder if maybe my Sael took what I was saying as me taking an interest in her. Maybe I made her uncomfortable, but the most I did was just explain medical things to her so she wouldn't feel bad about her first pregnancy. I don't know. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I've always been at peace with not having my family, especially because my family is full of nut jobs, but I think potentially having to accept my mom is also that way as making me second-guess myself. I also don't like the idea that I made my Sael uncomfortable. Sorry for the long post, but has anyone been in a situation similar to this? Is my relationship with my mom salvageable, and can I get her to see that my brother is a mental case?